Well, Johnny, another 1-0 win, another clean sheet. You must be delighted with that, I imagine.
Yeah, well pleased with that one, Chris. I think it was a really good performance, a really big win, because they're a really good team. They're a really good team that we came up against today. Tough opposition, and I know it was going to be a tight game, but to come through and deservedly so in the end, I think there's lots to like about that today. Really good.
The first goal, it's very crucial to score so early, I imagine.
Yeah, I think first goals are often important in games, especially our games. We tend to win if we score first.
Yeah.
And we can defend obviously really well. We've got a lot of clean sheets. What are they saying about me now? Got great hair. I'll take
Great
that.
hair.
I'll take that. Yeah, I lost my train of thought a little bit, but yeah, if we go in front, we win a lot of games, pick a lot of points up.
Yeah.
It's not as much the case if you go behind in games, and that stat would probably be fair for a lot of teams. But we can defend really well. We've had a lot of clean sheets this season, haven't conceded a lot of goals, so we know that if we do get in front, and there's times that you're going to have to defend, and you're going to have to do that against Bradford because they're good. They're a good side, got good players, and there will be moments where you're going to have to dig in and defend your box, or your goalkeeper's going to have to pull out a save or whatever it looks like. We can do that. We can do that. So to get that first goal was important today. Obviously we wanted to go and get the second and the third to try and take the game away. And I think we was pushing, to be honest, towards the end. I think we looked probably more likely to get another one when we should have a penalty at the end there.
Yeah.
It's the most obvious penalty. Yeah, it's the most obvious penalty you're ever going to see. So that obviously, hopefully, would put the game to bed. But anyway, we had to do it. We had to dig in, do it the hard way, and get the points that way.
Obviously, we've been consistent. That's why we are in the league. But what would you say we've improved upon, especially playing in the formation we have this season?
It's got a good squad with good players. We obviously work a lot on our defensive shape and stability, because I feel like the better we defend, the better we attack as well, and the better we play with the ball if we get our defensive structure right. So obviously we do focus on that a lot, but we also work on what we look like in possession. And you've only got to look at the goal. The goal we scored today is stuff that we work on, the patterns that we want to that we want to try and create in their half, in the final third. Get Josh Nerfield on the ball, but it was a good bit of interplay around the box. Get Josh in on the ball, but then they double up on Josh. So then it's his decision making to come back out. Then we find our spare man, and it's a great ball from Reevesy. And then you've got your opposite wing back on the back post. So I'm really pleased with that goal, because it's a lot of the stuff that we try and that we practice. But obviously the defensive side of the game is probably comes first. Get that right and build the other stuff around it.
I suppose it's a bit of a manager's dream, really, having 7 players to play in those 3 forward roles. How do you feel you're going to keep them happy, if you can?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, you've got players as good as Joe Piggott that's not been on the pitch in the last couple of games, and you've got Miles Hippolyte back from injury who wants to be involved, who can obviously play in midfield but can play higher. The 3 lads got the start today. Marcus Brown comes on, impacts it. Sass is coming on or playing in most games and impacting it. That's what people have to do. When they got the shirt, they have to try and keep it. When lads come on, they have to try and impact it. And what I ask of the others is, I get there'll be disappointment, and that's fine. I've got no issue with that. But be a good teammate. Rally around the boys. Make sure that you're being and I've got to say they do that. You know, this is a really tight group. They're great lads. They all want to win for the football club. They want to be successful together, and we're going to need that type of camaraderie, that team spirit to pull us through. Because there's going to be some tough moments to come, and some tough tests. But I don't think you'll get a better group to go and attack it than what we've got.
Obviously, Osman wasn't involved. You hinted that might be the case because of lack of football. But do you think it's good that he got to see what we're like in a game situation?
Definitely. That was why I put him in. That we brought a couple of extra lads in the squad, because I want him a part of it. I want him to see what this place is like. Obviously, I told him in our meetings, but when you look around, and it's very impressive. But he hasn't seen it on a match day yet, especially when we win. So that's why we brought him around it. He had one training session, so to throw him in, and it's difficult, and they've got to take someone out to do that. So we've got a clear week, but then after that, Saturday, Tuesday, again, keep saying it, but I'm going to need every single one of them. Every single one of them's got a role to play. And just all I ask is that they train properly and be ready when called upon.
And just lastly, have you ever known a team with such a good defensive record? I think it's only 20 goals we conceded in the league, something around that mark.
I remember, I think Arsenal conceded 18 one year. I think it was maybe 1991 though, so I'm going back a while.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chelsea done it under Mourinho with even less actually. Yeah. So perhaps we're not quite on those levels, but I think we're really proud of that.
Yeah.
And I think that defensive stability gives you more. It gives you, if you're conceding clean sheets or only conceding one, and like every now and again we've conceded two, but it always gives you a chance to win a game.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting clean sheets. So, we're not just happy with that. We want to continue that. We want to build on it. But I think it does enough give you a good platform to go and win games.
100%. Johnny, thanks for your time.
All right, cheers,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Thank you.